Welcome back to Twintero. I'm David.
Now I'm Gary.
And what's in the name?
What's in the name? There's much in the name. But I try very hard to get people's names correct because
The pronunciation, you mean?
Yes, because we had a fairly challenging last
I wish
year.
Mom, you know what? I wish Mom would try as hard as you do.
Well,
You know how many times she called me Gary this last weekend?
did she?
Yeah. But there's a benefit to that.
Oh, what's that?
Normally she stops halfway. At least she's going all the way through this time.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking that maybe what you're going to say is that, it's like as long as she thinks that you're me, then you could completely trash on my reputation with her.
Well, she knows who it is. She just never gets the name right. So anyway, Ghislaine, is that the word? Is that the
name? I want to make sure because every time I look at it, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it.
Oh, trust me, I did a video and I referred to her as Ghislaine through the whole thing, and some people thought that was hilarious, a hilarious, purposeful mispronunciation of her name, and it wasn't. And I had about 10,000 comments telling me it's Ghislaine, like Guy and Lane. Okay, sorry. Ms. Maxwell.
Yeah, that's the one thing. The viewers that have our channel and your channel, if you make a mistake, they are going to point it out to you, and you will never, ever, ever make that mistake again.
And we do try.
Yes.
And some people are like, oh, you're just doing it like they did for Kamala Harris. Like, well, at least with Kamala Harris, somebody put up a sign once with a comma and then the word law after it. And once I saw that, it's like, well, now it's easy to remember how to pronounce her name, comma, law.
Yes.
Duh.
Just like Ghislaine. Ghislaine is so popular. It's, everyone and their uncle's been naming their children Ghislaine for decades, generations. People.
It was like Jack LaLanne with a G in front of it.
So anyways, Ghislaine Maxwell is seeming to draw on more and more attention in the news cycle these days.
Wonder why.
Yeah. So she's got
to appeal in front of the Supreme Court, appealing her conviction, saying that the Florida district attorney made an agreement to not charge co-conspirators of Jeffrey Epstein as part of a plea deal with Jeffrey Epstein. The problem was they named 4 specific co-conspirators, and none of whose name were Ghislaine. Mm-hmm. And so that's the counter argument. It's like, sorry, they named 4 by name in the agreement, and none of them are you. And the DA didn't follow the agreement anyway, so it would be null and void. Mm-hmm. But the other part is with the whole Epstein client list being denied by the Attorney General, Pam Bondi. She's sitting in prison for 20 years. She's making a play to, I'll testify in front of Congress and give, MAGA what they want. And, what's going to sweeten the deal? Now, one thing could be you have 2 ways to do it. Everybody thinks, oh, Trump will pardon her. No, he won't. If he pardons her, she cannot plead the 5th. She has to answer all questions truthfully.
Very
truthfully. If not, if she answers a lie, then that's perjury, and she will go right back to prison. Maybe not 20 years, but she will go back to prison where she clearly doesn't like it. Mm-hmm. The other option, they could commute her sentence. Your sentence instead of 20 years is now time served. You're free to go. And then she can testify in front of Congress, and you can't try her again because that's double jeopardy. She's already been found guilty. She's already done her time, and she's a free woman. Then Mike Johnson's out there saying, well, how can we trust that what she tells us is the truth? And what they're setting that up for is to offer her immunity, commute her sentence and offer her immunity. And then she can say whatever she wants. She doesn't have to plead the 5th. And she can say whatever she wants to. As long as she doesn't lie, she should be okay. But, it also means that you can curate the truth a little bit.
Yeah.
So she can't go back to prison. she can't be held responsible for stuff she said unless it's blatant lie. Because usually they put something in there. It's like you have immunity as long as you tell the truth. If you lie, then that immunity deal is gone. So it caused them to tell the truth. But partial truths are still the truth. It's not like the whole truth. So tell us some names you remember on this list. Oh, Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton was on the list. What about Bill Gates? Yes, I was on the list. Donald Trump? I don't remember if his name was on the list or not. You know, something like that. You know, I can't be sure on this one, but oh yeah, I remember. You know, Bill Gates was on there. That guy was all over the place.
Yeah.
And then the question really is, will she be forthright and forthcoming and tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, or will she give a curated version of it? But we haven't gotten that far yet because Mike Johnson sent Congress home.
Yep.
And now this Epstein story is allowed to rampage across the countryside for the next month.
Is that how long they're on recess?
They don't come back until Labor Day.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it's the 23rd of July as we record this, a Tuesday. They will be, their last day is July 25th, and then they're not back until what, beginning that first weekend in September, right after September.
Wow, how are they who's gonna give them their insider trading tips on all those stocks?
I don't know.
God,
I don't know.
Interesting to track stock sales of congressional people over the 6-week vacation that they're having.
Yeah. Okay. So why don't we look at the energy around Ghislaine with the Epstein case? Okay. She's got an opportunity for freedom. Apparently, I watched a body language video. She got real happy in prison.
Yeah. Okay. So how is she feeling about an opportunity to give her truth to Congress? Okay. Foundation is the Queen of Pentacles. I have many things of value here. They're all in my lap. I'm ready to share. I've learned my lesson, and I just want everyone to be okay. The challenge is the Knight of Cups. Some offers being made that she's not quite ready to accept yet. Peace offerings, if you will. There may have been people that have been talking to her and negotiating with her, probably through her attorney, on how they can move this forward. Underneath it is the Devil card. She knows where the bodies are buried.
Mm-hmm.
She was there. She was there in the room where it happened. In the past, you got the Sun. This is probably referring to more and more of the Epstein evidence and information coming forth and being brought out into the light. Current energy is the Seven of Cups. She's not sure if what she's being offered is genuine, I suspect. Or it could be there's a lot of confusion or a lot of misdirection that's currently being shared. Overarching energy is the Emperor. Mm-hmm. We both know who that is.
Yeah.
It's what is
the guy whose name appears all over the place in this report? Yes,
he does. It's, what is the Emperor going to offer me for this? How if there's compromise on Trump, she is in a very interesting position of negotiation.
And there is, of course.
The lesson to be learned is the Knight of Swords. For me, this is Trump's just going out there and denying everything, right? No such list. Never heard of him. I think he could buy me a Diet Coke once. But it's that reckless behavior that you've exhibited in the past where you damn the consequences, you were going to do whatever you were going to do. That's catching up. And that's the lesson to be learned here. You were out there being reckless. Or she was out there being reckless. Star card is the outcome. Yeah, to me, it's like she recognizes that this is her best opportunity for getting out of prison. And
and I was wondering if that Knight of Swords was leaping at the opportunity. This is my best chance to get my best deal possible.
Yeah, that's true. Walk, don't run.
Exactly.
This is like, get out there and get it done.
You mean run, don't walk?
Well, Walk, Don't Run was the Venture song.
Okay, so
she's got to strike while the iron's hot. Well, there's a lot of public interest in this.
Will the GOP offer her a conditional deal? Something. Well, let's do it a different way. When offered the deal that she accepts, what's her feelings about it? Okay. In other words, because if Murdoch wants Trump out, it depends on who's offering her a deal. Is it going to be a Trump supporter, or is it going to be a Peter Thiel supporter? Who's going to be doing what? What's the end game of it? So, and the other thing, let's be real clear here. Ghislaine knows, or from her point of view, she knows that Jeffrey Epstein was murdered. Jeffrey Epstein was the love of her life. Her love of her life was murdered by folks that might be associated with the current administration. Is she scared of them, or is she looking for revenge? And that's what I want to read on. Okay. Is she scared of these people, and she's just going to do enough to get out the door and live her life secretly? Or is she going to burn the whole damn house down because you took away the love of my life and, now it's my turn. I'll take you all down with me because screw you guys. Okay, that's what I want to see. Look at that energy. The Hanged Man. You know what? I'll take you all down with me. I'll throw anybody get ready to be tossed under the bus. And there's crossed by the celebration by the women. All the women in here, the people that are celebrated in the strength card. If she has the strength and courage to do this, she will toss these guys under the bus.
Yeah.
And the only thing she wants to do this. She might be a little concerned that maybe people don't believe her, but I get the feeling that she wants to toss them under it. Will people believe it if she does it, though? In the past, the King of Swords lived by the sword, died by the sword. Her boyfriend, I don't think they ever got married, but her boyfriend didn't get the opportunity. He was thrown under the bus. Current situation is the King of Pentacles. I don't think the King of Pentacles is Trump here. I think this is your oligarchs and your Rupert Murdochs and such. They're calling the shots now, not the Bill Barr types, but the oligarchs are calling the shots now. Overarching energy is the Four of Swords. Is she going to lay quiet? Is she been biding her time, or do they want this information released? Things have been quiet on this front here. Lesson we learned is the Nine of Swords, the anxiety. Her in prison, she's cool, and she's in the alfresco. She's in the cool air. She's in prison. It does not like being in prison. It's causing her a lot of anxiety.
Yeah,
when she get out.
Most people would feel.
Queen of Cups is the outcome. Of course, it's the most extreme. Does she spill the beans, or does she keep her mouth shut? Trump judgment. She's going to spill the beans.
Yeah.
Let's open up that cup and let everybody know what's going on. Honestly, that's twice now. My other reading that I just did on this one, it just looks like, and I find that hard to believe. I would think that she plays ball. She keeps her head down low. She tells them what they want to hear, gets out, goes back to France, hides somewhere, and lives out the rest of her life, hoping that her name never crosses anybody's lips until the day she dies, which would be decades, which she hopes is decades from now.
Yeah.
But the cards that keep getting is like, no, again, woman scorned. You took away the love of my life. F you. Now, if somebody did that to me and they offered Michelle that deal, I know how Michelle would handle it. I'm going to take you down with me and give me a damn flamethrower because I'm going to burn it all down.
Okay, so how will MAGA react to her testimony?
No, who cares? Anyways, next question.
Yeah. Let's start with the Queen of Pentacles again. Hey, she was the one with all the information. She was in the room where it happened.
She's the madam with the children.
That's right. Crosses the Four of Wands. Just wanting to celebrate. She's testified, and we wanted to celebrate that because she was going to give us what we needed.
What do you got underneath?
Underneath, I've got the Seven of Swords.
I was going to say, I think they believe her, but we'll see on that one because that's not exactly the best card.
Yeah,
for believability, but who do you believe? Do you believe the person that's the insider? Knows where all the bodies are buried?
Yep. So Seven of Swords is making off with the truth, if you will. Maybe this is kind of they're seeing the bargain that she was given. Or the underneath it is she was given a deal to make off. Here's your opportunity to flee. Just make sure maybe this is the people she isn't throwing under the bus, potentially. In the past, you got the Page of Pentacles. Here we go. We got new evidence, new opportunity to get to the truth of this, to get to the bottom of this. Current energy is the Ace of Wands. Now it's time to take action. New action being undergone, taken. Overarching energy is the Seven of Pentacles. A
lot to consider. A lot of evidence to look over.
So many pedophiles, so little time.
Yeah. I'm telling you, they're believing her. These cards just sort of let me know they believe her.
Mm-hmm. But what I keep getting on this is that I get the feeling that there's going to be, it's either a few people are going to get thrown under or a few people are going to get saved.
Sure.
That it's not a full disclosure or MAGA doesn't feel like they're getting everything that they wanted. Lesson to be learned as a star. She had her opportunity to be in the sun and give her version of it. And the outcome is King of Swords. Yeah, Dave, they believe it. The harsh truth.
Yeah.
This is they're totally on board with what she's saying. The challenge I see is the energy underneath it and above it. I'm not exactly sure what.
Well, she might reveal what's going the deception that everything that was going on. It may not be her that's the Seven of Swords. It's revealing what was happening, the man behind the curtain or the men behind the curtain and the deceptions that they've been doing, and it's being revealed.
So what do we need to know about the Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords? What do we need to know about that? So you got the Six of Swords moving away from the turbulence and trying to get some calmness. You got anxiety and not being happy with. To me, this is kind of like it has to do with the deal they're giving her. That she
tells them what they don't want to hear.
Yeah, that could be. She just wants to get the hell out of Dodge, and her testimony could be generating a lot of anxiety and there's some people that are emotionally not happy with what's been shared.
She may not tell them everything that they want to hear because they're going to find out that it wasn't just Democrats and those Hollywood elites.
Yeah, or worse, it was no Democrats. And all.
Oh no, there'll definitely be Democrats because in the end of the day, what you've got are that list contains wealthy, politically connected, powerful white males. They're not going to all be white. They're not all going to be males, but that's who's going to be on there. They're going to be powerful and wealthy, likely both.
Yeah.
And They are rapists. They are child rapists. They're pedophiles. And that pedophile doesn't have a political leaning. The politics are irrelevant. It's not a Democratic pedophile. It's not a Republican pedophile. It's a pedophile, period.
Mm-hmm.
And just because they might be a politician or they vote one way or another doesn't change who they are, which is a pedophile and should be treated as such. MAGA has a hard time with that because they only want it to be Democratic pedophiles. And the Democrats typically don't care. They're like, well, Bill, to point out, Trump was on Epstein's plane. They'll say, well, Bill Clinton was. Okay, great. You're right. He was. And if he was guilty of that, we want him prosecuted.
Yeah.
Can you say the same thing about Trump? They never can.
Yeah.
But Trump never did anything. He was on the plane, wasn't he? Yeah. So he could be guilty of it. No, he can't. What about Clinton? Oh, well, he's definitely guilty. There's no chance that he's anything but guilty.
Right. Exactly.
You're not being reasonable here. Be open-minded that maybe, just maybe, you're wrong.
Yeah.
No, it'll be really interesting. I do believe she will testify. I absolutely believe that will happen. But she's got to get the deal that she wants in order to do it. And when she does, I am not convinced that she will do anything. I think she's going to tell all and let the chips land where they may. I could be wrong. Intellectually, I think I'm wrong. Every time I read these cards, though, they tell me that that's not the case, that she's a woman scorned and F you guys.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll find out.
Soon enough. Thank you, everyone, for watching this video and supporting our channel. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, if you like these videos, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell. We'll wake you up at midnight with a new one. Leave a comment. I read them all and respond to many.
And then he likes to take those comments like, this is just the video I needed, FR. And then remove those as spam. Because that's, by the way, I don't know if you noticed that's the latest spam one. This is the video I needed to see today. Or
I get a lot of
I needed to see today.
Yeah, or amen, amen. Like 3 people.
Yeah.
Amen. Yeah.
You notice they're always Indian, just like the manifestation when it's the same Indian-based names with it. The joy of trying to get rid of spammers from our channel.
Exactly.
I only had $28.
How many comments have they made on the channel? Just the one, and it says amen. It's like, go away, hit the go away.
So if you're going to leave a comment, you can say thank you or great reading or something like that. There are certain comments that we've seen that tend to come from spammers. So anything that's a little bit more detailed is, don't say this is the one I needed to hear today, which may be true, but a little more like, thanks guys, this was a great reading, I really need to hear something like that, because again, these bots or these spammers, they throw out the same comments. The ones I've been seeing end with FR at the end, which stands for real, which makes them really easy to spot now. And I think it's also a failed bot thing, because it's like usually one guy says, I only had $28 in my pocket and I did this, and then the comments are, instead of being nested underneath it, they come later and they say amen, 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 or
yes.
to hear this. So they failed to nest their comments properly.
Yeah.
Idiots.
And we start spotting them. Yeah, because it's usually either immediately preceded or immediately followed by, I'm embarrassed. I was down to my last $1,300, but so and so's advice, and now I've retired with multi-million dollars. How did you do it?
What's her name?
Yes.
Oh yes, I've heard of her. She's great. She has this great book, Manifestation, powerful.
Yeah, I've heard her too. She's life-changing.
Tell me more.
Yes. So speaking of life-changing, let's give a shout out to Linda Myville, who gave us a nice donation, a life-changing amount.
Is it a life-changing amount? Whoops, I'm upside down.
Upside down.
Very generous. Let me reverse my deck here.
maybe it wasn't so life changing, but it was very kind and very thoughtful and very generous, and I'll take
Yes,
it.
and that's what that card is all about.
She said, "Please enjoy a beer or iced coffee as I celebrate another trip around the sun." So I'm assuming it's Linda's birthday. So if I assume right, happy birthday, Linda. It might be a couple days after your birthday because we're recording this on Wednesday night, July 23rd, for entertainment purposes only. That's the only one I got.
Well, good.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then how
about you give everybody a secret card? It's your chance.
Oh, what's your favorite card in the whole deck?
The Three of Cups. Oh, the Hillbilly Brawl card.
501. Let's go out there and create some chaos, folks.
Actually, as a word of warning, Trump is cornered. He is absolutely cornered. He is flailing trying to get out of this Epstein thing, which is why he's talking about Obama is a treason. He needs to be tried for treason. And Hillary's emails and Russia, and let's go get James Comey. Just he's rolling out all his greatest hits. Trying to find something to distract, and nothing's working. And as he gets more and more cornered, he's going to get more and more unhinged and more extreme. So do not be surprised by anything that this man does. I mean, literally, he might try to start a war to distract from what's going on here. I'm not saying he is going to, but get into that mindset that he's desperate and he doesn't have an exit. He doesn't have an off ramp. Somebody needs to give this guy his UAE 747. Say, hey, don't you want to take a trip over to Saudi Arabia to say thank you to MBS, and so he can jump on that plane and flee the country before the walls come crashing in on him. It's going to be crazy for the next month. Congress is not here to do any damage control for him. Frankenstein's monster is rampaging across the countryside.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody's really controlling. The media can control it a bit, but they're releasing more and more information about the monster and throwing little girls in wells and things along those lines.
Yep.
All right, everyone. Thanks again. We'll catch you on the next video. Take care.
Take care, folks. Bye.